in small-town Indiana back in 2011 watching Dominick Cruz beat Uriah Faber, and he said, you know, a little training, I could beat those guys. Now he gets his opportunity 10 years later. This fight clock is brought to you by Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC. Kenney trying to close the distance. Early takedown attempt from Cruz in black.
Cruz, he kind of telegraphed that takedown a little bit. Tried to
Cruz in black.
Cruz, he kind of telegraphed that takedown a little bit. Tried to catch Kenney by surprise. Kenney gave him a lot of pressure very early, and now he finds himself in the front headlock position.
And Kenney has a hell of a grip. Multiple-time national judo champion. I mean, a really strong guy.
And if you're fighting Dom, you know how evasive he can be. This small octagon plays to your favor.
Yes, most certainly.
Kick-heavy attack from Cruz early, lands to the inside of that lead leg of Kenney.
I think Henry Cejudo laid the blueprint as to how to deal with the footwork and the movement of Dominick Cruz, but not everybody's physically capable.
Yes, not everybody's Henry, you know?
Yeah, no one, I mean, but
nobody's Henry.
No one's Henry, right? But it's his stand-up.
Yeah.
Henry's stand-up is really what chopped at him. I mean, he used phenomenal leg kicks. There was a good upper. Oh, Dominick with the head kick.
I mean, that's 2 fights in a row we've seen somebody get head kicked and they just eat him.
Cruz looking fast early. Kenney keeping eyes fixed on the midsection of Dominick Cruz.
You know, Dominick has had quite a few serious injuries where he required surgery, but on the plus side, at 35,
he's young 35.
He's a young 35.
Yep, he's a young 35.
He hasn't had that many wars.
Remarkably, it's, 7 UFC fights for Kenney, 8 for Cruz. Dom couldn't compete at all 2012, 13, 15, 17, 18, and 19. It's incredible.
Look at how Dom kind of looks to enter range, and then he backs back out, bounces, resets. Kenney's got to stay patient in front of him, not start to force and rush anything, or he'll walk into a trap.
And Dom gives you such a weird look because he'll stand square. He stands square in front of you. He's not sideways at all. Like, it's such an unusual stance. And you don't know where anything's coming from. Like, look how often he's completely square in front of you.
Yeah, and you know, that's one of the things you learn right away in fighting is not to be square.
Right. He does a lot of things you learn not to do, but he's so good at them. He's developed his own style. Oh!
Nice check right hand there by Kenney.
After Cruz had landed a right hand, we've crossed the midpoint of round 1.
And you're seeing this extraordinary footwork and movement from Dominick Cruz. And Dominick developed this footwork because of his intelligence.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
The biggest problem with MMA is getting hit too much. So he's like, well, what are the dangers? Getting hit. Well, how do I stop from getting hit so much? Let me develop this really bizarre footwork that's hard to time. And it's totally uniquely his own. And look at that right hand coming out of nowhere.
The basis for Cruz's footwork is sort of this figure 8 that he uses as a foundation for his movement. Nice little shovel hook there from Cruz.
And a lot of it, he devised himself.
Right.
And you see Kenney spent a little bit too much time staring at him. There was a nice inside low kick there by Kenney. But that's one thing that happens to Dom's opponents when he's successful.
They start to watch.
He mesmerizes them.
Kenney's got to put out more activity, but you saw in the package, and even on Thursday, Kenney said that's an already reform in Dominick Cruz. That footwork and all this was a thing of the past, and that he would solve it. He's seen it before. And right now, he seems a step behind Cruz.
Kenney having a hard time getting his footing a little bit. Seems like he slipped a few times.
Yes, he keeps slipping.
Kenney attacks the body there late in the round.
Kenney has been able to chop at that inside low kick.
Nice movement from Cruz to avoid that shot.
He goes high again with that kick.
I think that's really smart of Kenney. Beat up the legs of Dominick Cruz and hope that slows the movement down.
Again, that's what Henry did. It's also what TJ did.
Because of the awkward entries of Dominick Cruz, Casey's given big reactions.
Hard leg kick from Kenney after Cruz connected.
Casey has landed some good shots.
Round 2 coming up.
Okay guys, Microsoft Surface Pro 7, MacBook Pro. Surface comes with the pen and touchscreen. Mac gave me this little bar, but just give me a whole touchscreen. Surface Pro has a detachable keyboard. Then there's the price. Yeah.
I'm a Verizon engineer. We built our 5G nationwide so millions of people could do what they love in Verizon 5G quality. And in parts of many cities, we have ultra-wideband, the fastest 5G in the world. This is 5G built right, only from Verizon.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked on the bright side? Discover never holds you responsible for unauthorized purchases on your card. That's my turtle.
Fraud protection. Discover something brighter.
The UFC 259 prelims are presented by Modelo. So Chris Carriasso in the corner of Casey Kenney, Eric Del Fiero for Cruz. Joe, any major takeaways on either side, my friend?
You know, I think what we're seeing is with Dominick Cruz, the weird puzzle, and with Casey Kenney, the game plan is to chop at the legs and figure out how to get inside. But it's so easier said than done. Dom's got such a weird style, but look at that. That's what they want. That inside low kick, especially when they're southpaw orthodox. But Dom switches up a lot as well.
Trevor Whitman, what are you seeing out there?
It is a puzzle. Dominick moves so unique. The one thing is when you're square, the benefit of being square is you can go both directions. The downfall to that, you can get kicked on either leg because they're right in front of your opponent. But the hard part for Casey Kenney is he thinks he can do that by watching tape. When you get in there with him, you're confused. You've never seen no boxing footwork like this. You haven't seen kickboxing footwork, so man, much praise to Dominick for creating his own style and making it hard to trade for him.
When Dom throws that straight right hand and dips, I'd like to see him change levels into a takedown because Casey always responds with something big.
Kenney has worked the inside of Cruz's lead leg to great effect. See some redness there on Cruz.
I think he needs to stay there too. He's done a good job of beating up the front leg of Dominick, and he needs to keep beating it up. Dom hasn't really checked those kicks yet. He's just taking them all.
It's also with Dom square in front of him like that, kick to the body.
Kenney's takedown defense has held up thus far, unofficially 3 unsuccessful shots for Cruz.
The beauty in the leg kicks too for Casey Kenney is that the upper body moves, and the upper body moves crazy, but the legs will be there. He can throw to the legs. When he's chasing the head of Dominick Cruz, it's constantly moving.
Yeah, Dom's head is all over the place. There's such a wide arc.
But look at the legs. See
there
that?
He goes. There he goes again. But Dom cracked him on the outside.
Yeah, Cruz starting to find a home for that left hand.
You heard the corner Casey Kenney said, you see the end of the round, it was better. You're starting to figure something out. They want him to go back to those kicks.
Nice left hand landed a moment ago for Casey Kenney. Left hand for Cruz hits the ear. Cruz with an effective sequence there to the body and then up top. Switching up the footwork, subtle stance switches, nice left hand.
Kenney is having real good success that inside low kick. I mean, he's just chopping it. Now he goes to the body.
Good fight.
Very close fight, too. Casey Kenney has landed some good shots of his own.
Left hand there by Kenney just grazed Dominick. Oh, Dominick with a combination.
90 seconds to go in the round. Cruz kind of feinted the shot, went up top with the left hand.
Eric Del Fiero asked him to continue to use the wrestling just to make sure he's still worried about it. That's exactly what Cruz is doing right now.
Oh, look at that. Sneaky right hand. Pot shot by Cruz.
Yeah. And there's that inside leg kick again.
That inside low kick is money.
Well, those who wondered aloud whether or not Cruz's speed was still there, it is. Hand speed, especially tonight.
The speed is there, the awkwardness is there, the footwork is there, but so is Kenney. That inside low kick, constant pressure. I mean, it's certainly a riddle in front of him, but he's certainly also having some success.
When you watch Dominick Cruz, and he looks like himself, and this is the first time in a long time where he's healthy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice there, right left
good
hand
left
by
hand
Kenney,
Kenney.
right on the chin.
Late choke attempt here from Kenney in round 2.
He's got an arm and guillotine attempt here. Hard to tell where his hands are.
Cruz fighting hands here late in the round. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Jade, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's new Grilled Spicy Deluxe is the way that the Colby Jack cheese complements the spicy sandwich as it melts. It doesn't overpower the sandwich, but it just goes with the spice. I'm just like, oh.
Hey, I'm Will, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A new Grilled Spicy Deluxe is the tenderness of the chicken and the marinade it's made in. You want to kick off your 2021 with a fresh start, this is what you gotta have right here. You've got me all excited now.
Okay, guys, Microsoft Surface Pro 7, MacBook Pro. Surface comes with the pen and touchscreen. Mac gave me this little bar, but just give me a whole touchscreen. Surface Pro has a detachable keyboard. Then there's the price. Yeah.
So you're a business that's thriving, but then, don't just bounce back. Bounce forward with serious and reliable gig speed internet. But is it secure? Sure, it's secure. So how do I do this? We do this together. Bounce forward with Comcast Business.
Round 3 is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of the UFC. This is the first 3-round fight for Dominick Cruz since he beat Takeya Mizugaki back in 2014. Last time he won a 3-round decision was 2009.
And that was a real quick fight against Takeya Mizugaki. This fight, 3rd round, close fight. As we go into the 3rd round.
This is real close, and both corners expressing some urgency in between rounds. Dom trying to get the hands together, almost does, working towards a single now.
Beautiful single leg. Kenny's attacking guillotine.
Now Dom's, oh, look at this.
Oh, he got off to the side.
Nicely done by Dom.
Dominick has to just stay here, relax and breathe. Start moving to the next position. Just not allow Casey to go back and get to half guard. As long as Cruz can keep him in side control, he should be okay. If he can start to work his right arm towards the neck of Kenney, he can start to attack Von Flue.
Yeah, this is huge for Dominick, though. Just to be on top, to get him down, and get some top control time, and perhaps some ground and pound. They're saying force half guard down.
Stay out of there. He's doing a good job here. Just keep stacking them up.
Keep that bottom leg elevated, Dominick. Yes, keep that leg elevated. That's it.
It's nearly as close as the closing number.
Okay, now we wrapped it up in half guard.
Now we can start to punch. Kenny's lock is starting to slip a little bit.
Bails on it.
Now we can wrestle with the Turk. Right to the front headlock by Cruz.
Look how easily he got up. That kid is very strong.
Crazy that he used to compete at flyweight. I mean, a little undersized, some might say, for this division.
Well, Dom's a big guy for the weight class, and he doesn't look completely outsized. You know, John, he's a little small, but you can see that he's worked his way into the weight class much more effectively.
Nice right hand by Dom.
Well, Casey looks to be slowing down a little bit.
Well, a lot of effort there to try to stop the takedown and then also to try to get back up to his feet.
official numbers are crazy, guys. They have thrown the same amount of significant strikes and separated by one singular land.
That's great.
Wow.
The takedown, though, in this round is big because all things considered, other than the takedown, it's fairly even.
Nice right hand there by Casey. Casey's putting a lot of pressure.
Oh, right hand over the top by Dom, but not as much impact on it.
Smart there by Casey Kenney trying to go get his own takedown. And you know, when Cruz does that little feint, it causes Casey to kind of grunt and grit his teeth, so it interrupts your breathing. Oh, nice right hand by Casey.
Oh, they're both opening up now.
Oh!
Oh, big combination from Cruz. Kenney retreats.
Casey's tired.
This is a fantastic fight.
This really is.
Dom said he wanted to fight Casey Kenney. He's from Tucson. He talks about sometimes the Tucson comes out of him. You've seen it come out of both of these guys right now.
And because of Cruz's style, he hasn't been hit cleanly a whole lot throughout the course of his career, but he's got a chin if he needs it.
He does.
Oh, my goodness. Dom stopped the shot, a nice knee to the body. Casey didn't like that knee.
No.
Cruz moving exceedingly well.
And missing big does really fatigue you. Okay, look at that. Casey's missing a lot big. I mean, that is not fun. Oh,
huge for Dominick Cruz.
He went to the double leg. From that double leg, he elevated the underhook to a knee tap. That was a beautiful takedown by Dominick Cruz.
This could cement him to win with 30 seconds to go. He's got to step over that knee.
And honestly, you watch Dominick Cruz understanding how fights are judged, going to seal a takedown with 35 seconds left in round 3 of a close fight. Big spot for the former champion.
And that is something he has done throughout his UFC career, going for that late takedown with less than a minute to go. And 2 big takedowns in round 3 for Cruz.
That was a beautiful transition from one shot to the next.
What a fight. Dominick Cruz and Casey Kenney go the distance. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this word from DraftKings.
Hey UFC fans, it's Jessie Cofield from DraftKings here to let you know it's not too late to get in on tonight's action. Right now during the fights, anyone can play for a share of $10,000 in prizes by joining DraftKings free-to-play pool. Simply download the app and sign up with the promo code UFC. Then just pick who you think is walking out a winner, how it's all going down, and how long it's going to last. Speaking of time, you don't have much left to enter tonight's pool, so download the DraftKings app now and use promo code UFC to play for a share of $10,000.
All right, now time for tonight. Mark Move presented by Cricket Wireless. Smile, you're on Cricket.
I mean, right here, you went to the knee tap and got the finish. Great fight. Great performance by both guys. Bruce Buffer is now running out of the octagon. I don't know what just happened. He forgot his microphone.
Need the microphone.
A man with no microphone. Come on, Buff. And then Buff just fell.
All right, this fight decision is brought to you
I've
by...
fallen a few times in my life.
Hey, DC, I just want to remind you the fight decision is brought to you by Godzilla vs.
Oh,
Kong.
my
in
bad.
theaters and on HBO Max March 31st. It's rated PG-13. With the decision now is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest as follows. Mike Bell has it, 29-28, Kenney. Derek clearly has it, 29-28, Cruz. And Sal D'Amato scores the contest, 30-27, for the winner by split decision, Dominick the Dominator Cruz.
Well, once you heard that 30-27, DC...